Lights. That reminds me, James Bond should be out soon, shouldn't it? Why didn't we speak to that last man about James Bond? All that Paddington talk. What a joke. James Bond's coming out. Thank you. That was A Living Daylights from Aha. And I've got to tell you, we've got another phone call. I know it's hard to believe, but there's a fella called Pablo, and he's phoned in from Newcastle. Hello, are you there?
How do, Barry? How are you?
Oh, very well, thank you. You sound chipper.
Oh, I'm canny. I cannot grumble.
A canny, I cannot crumble. And listen, Pablo, what are you doing today? A crumble?
A crumble. I can't grumble because I've got a crumble in.
Well, don't mumble. Tell me about your crumble.
Well, once I've got the crumble in,
Yeah.
I'll then get it out and then put it back in.
All right. Don't stumble. Tell us about the crumble.
Well,
I think we've had enough of the crumble.
Yeah,
We've had enough of the crumble now.
Yeah,
Come on,
yeah,
Pablo.
fair,
What
fair.
did you want to say?
Well, just in regards to the whole kind of film thing, I was just thinking about what my favourite film was, and then I kind of went back to the halcyon days of youth, where for Christmas, me and my brother once he got Talk of the Otter on video.
Oh, yeah.
And I got Bugsy Malone, the musical. Was it Williams? Is it Paul Williams who did the music and the like for it?
Did Paul Williams do what?
The music for Bugsy Malone.
What do you think I am, a film expert? I've absolutely no idea. Vaughan Williams? Paul Williams?
Something like that. Little fella with the glasses.
It was Paul Williams, of course, who done the music for Bugsy Malone. What a film.
It was grand. And obviously back in those days, you would only really get one big present, and that was my one big present for the year. So basically wore out the VHS over a period of a few years. So, whether it's my favourite film or not, I think I've legitimately seen it more times than any other film I've ever watched.
It really, there's something about that with the kids, and they're such good actors, isn't it? They haven't just chucked a load of kids in front of the screen. Jodie Foster, of course. Was who's the other one? Bonnie Langford's in it, and I'll tell you who else is in it: the comedian Jeff Stevenson, who he does. I was talking about him only this morning, and he was in it. Bugsy Malone, wonderful, wonderful film. And I tell you what, I tried to make a go-kart for one of my grandchildren, based on those wonderful go-karts they had, old-fashioned cars.
Oh, the pedal cars.
The pedal cars. What did your brother get that year?
He got Talk of the Otter, which is a little bit more, I think it might involve an otter getting hit by a shovel at some point or something like that. I never actually watched it myself.
No.
That one I didn't bother with.
No, kids, if you're listening, at no point did any otters get hit with a shovel. I'd just like to make that...
Pure speculation on my part.
Yeah, it was all CGI they'd probably done, and it was stuffed. Probably one at a fair, it's not a real one. Well, that was a lot of fun, Pablo, reminiscing about Bugsy Malone. In adulthood, what would be your favourite? Still Bugsy, or...?
Well, no, I think there's potential issues if I get too obsessed with that in adulthood. So I've kind of focused more on your horror elements. So I'd probably say your Exorcist, your Texas Chainsaw Massacres, your Shinings, that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah. What was the last film you saw, and would you recommend it?
The last film I saw was Fast and Furious 5, and probably not. No, probably not.
Oh, dear.
It was more of a penance than anything else.
Well, Pablo, what a joy to speak to you. How did you get in touch with the show? Because we're so very, very far away from you.
Well, I am a follower on Twitter, and I noticed that you were in desperate need for a shout out for callers.
Yeah, that's not quite the way. Is it quite right, Pablo? Nothing desperate about this.
I saw a video. There was tears involved and a bit of snot. I don't know. Is that?
Yeah, there's a little bit of pleading going on. Yeah, it's a long 2 hours. I've just got to sit here talking into thin air. I'd rather have your lame anecdote about Tark the Otter, quite honestly, than sitting here with nothing. Right, Pablo, thank you for ringing in. Do ring in again if anyone ever gives me another chance in front of the microphone. Doubtful.
Oh, certainement.
Oh, French. With a Spanish name. Right. Okay. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. What a lovely fella. Wasn't he lovely? Look, if anyone else wants to tell me about their favourite film, try and make a little bit more interest in that, but do get in touch with the show. It's 08081 008800.
Every weekday afternoon